Hello, I'm Sharla McBride, and you're watching PA Harness Week on Comcast Sportsnet. And if you haven't already noticed, we're not at Harrah's, Philadelphia this week. While they're taking some time off of the track, we decided to take a little road trip, head up north to Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. And we've got lots of exciting racing action for you in this next half hour. Coming up in this next half hour, we've got the famous Little Brown Jug and Jugette. Plus, it was bombs away at Mohawk in the Milton Final. And Arch Madness was back on the Pocono track. We'll show you how he did, and I'll chat with a class act trainer who's following in his father's footsteps. It's all coming up next on PA Harness Week.
There they go. Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway. Starting fast outside here, Trond Smedshammer to the early. 55 for the halftime. Just over 3 to go. At the top of the stretch.
Hi there, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of PA Harness Week. We have a change of venue this week. Normally we're at Harrah's, Philadelphia, but we decided to shift around a little bit, and we took a little sojourn up north to Mohegan Sun and Pocono Downs. It is always nice to come here, and we are thrilled and proudest bunch to be here. Isn't it always great to be here?
I love being here, and now the trees are turning colors, and I love going through the Lehigh Valley Tunnel, and
I'll be losing my tan any second now, too, which won't disappoint Bruce Casella at all, right?
Sure you will, sure you will.
By the way, is there any kind of big news we got to talk about on the show now, or what?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
What might that be?
Breeders' Crown 2013
Yes?
is going to be here, Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs.
Shut up.
No, I'm serious.
No,
and don't
you're
tell
lying.
me to shut up.
You're lying.
I'm not, only when it's convenient.
Okay,
That's it.
I
Yes,
got you.
all right. Yes, we are so excited to announce that Breeders' Crown here, 2013. They just made the announcement this week, and we'll hear more about this big news.
I'm proud to announce that October 19th, 2013, the Breeders' Crown is coming back to Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs.
This is the Super Bowl of harness racing here in America. You're going to see the best horses, the best trainers, and the best drivers all in one spot in the world here at Pocono Downs on October 19th. And like I said, it's something that when we had so many people that came last year and said, boy, if you ever do this again, we can't wait. So we want to get the word out to you.
In 2010, the PHHA, Mohegan Sun, took an enormous leap of faith that they could do something that hadn't been done in harness racing before, and that was host all 12 events at a track that no one was sure could handle it. The horsemen knew and the drivers knew what the facility and the track was like, but that might have been the only ones. Well, 2010 was a home run, a grand slam, any analogy you want to make, exploded every record previously in the Breeders' Crown, all new stake records. I wouldn't let the ink dry on those 8 world records you just set either. And $2.4 million in wagering, easily double any night before or after. I think every hotel within 10 or 15 miles was sold out. This place was filled. Every seat was sold. There was media here from all over the world, which was something that I didn't expect. But because of the curiosity factor or the 12 events, there was European media, Canadian media, a packed press box, which is really an accomplishment in this day and age. And I'm pretty sure that bar tabs around the city tripled on the night as well.
They say it all comes down to the Breeders' Crown. At the PHHA, we want to make sure 213, biggest race day, even bigger. So in addition to the regular purses, we will be offering a $1 million bonus if the same horse wins the Earl Bill Jr. Memorial, the Colonial Trot, and the Breeders' Crown 3-year-old Colt Trot. We think this will create a lot of extra excitement throughout the season because the Bill Memorial is held in early summer, the Colonial is held in late summer, and the Breeders' Crown in early fall.
Again, I am so psyched about, I know it's a year away, but super psyched. If you're not familiar with the Breeders' Crown, it brings together the best of the best.
The best.
The best.
The best.
Top.
Drivers, trainers, horses.
Yeah.
Fans?
Yes.
Who were aficionados that come out for that?
We had it here at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs just a couple years ago, and it was
great.
Unbelievable, just unbelievable. By the way, this year, if you're interested in watching the Breeders' Crown, which will take place on October 27th.
And why wouldn't they be?
I don't know. It takes place in Canada, though. You don't have to go over the border, okay? If you don't have a passport, not a big deal. You can watch it on MAV TV.
Really?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Let's shift gears for a second, okay? When I say jugs to you guys, if you're a harness racing fan, you know what I'm talking about, right? The biggest of the big, we're talking big jugs we're talking this week, took place where, Heather?
Delaware, Ohio. Not the state of Delaware.
No.
Delaware, Ohio.
At the fair.
Yes.
And the two big races were?
The Jug and the Jugette.
Yes.
And there was 50,000 people there this year.
Aren't there always 50,000 people there?
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty big.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
I wasn't there either, but I really want to go badly. So if anybody out there wants to take me a little excursion, wants to foot the bill, I got no problem. I'll open up my calendar for you, okay? All right, seriously, it was the 13th race at Delaware, Ohio, and it was the first Jug elim. Number 4, Bolt the Doer, off at even money with Mark McDonald, cut the mile. Before number 3, Michael's Power, who got a beautiful 2-hole trip, and off at 8-5 with Scott Zeron, just got up to beat Bolt the Doer ahead in 152-3. Number 1, Escape the News, a 45-1 bomber with Timmy Tetrick got 3rd. Number 5, Thinking Out Loud, 3-1 with Randy Waples, was the 4th and final qualifier for the final.
Okay, and elimination number 2, by the way, the purse is $78,000 for these elims. Sweet Lou, who was voted last year's 2-year-old pacing champ for the entire country, has the coveted rail in here on the half mile, and he got the most support from the bettors and controlled the race like a horse who was the favorite. Sweet Lou and driver Dave Pallone took the lead from the word go and took no prisoners with a 151-mile for trainer Ron Burke. Bettor's Edge made a late surge, settled for second. A Rock and Roll Dance came first up. He finished 3rd. Simply Business was 4th, and he also advanced to the final.
Okay, which brings us to race 18 on the card. It was the Jug final. Boy, this was exciting, okay? Number 1, Michael's Power, was even money with Mark McDonald. Number 2, Sweet Lou with the Pallone Ranger, was 2-1. Number 6, A Rock and Roll Dance, went off at 3-1 with Yannick Gingras. And with the call, the voice, Roger Houston.
Up and pacing, going for the lead. That's Michael's Power on the inside. A Rock and Roll Dance on the outside. Sweet Lou between horses into the turn. Michael's Power has the lead. A Rock and Roll Dance on the outside second. Sweet Lou racing 3rd. Down the backside of the quarter. Bettor's Edge racing 4th. Thinking Out Loud 5th. 6th is Escape the News and trailing Simply Business. Opening quarter equaling the fastest quarter ever in the Little Brown Jug. 25-2. Around the turn they go. On top of the field, Michael's Power. Sweet Lou 2nd. Here comes David Miller and Bettor's Edge, followed by Thinking Out Loud and Randy Waples. They come to the halfway point. 3 in, 4 out at the half in 54. 28-3, second quarter to the backside. Michael's Power and Scott Zeron in command. On the outside, Bettor's Edge. Inside, Sweet Lou. Outside, Thinking Out Loud 4th. Racing 5th. A Rock and Roll Dance down the backside. On the outside, Escape the News. The trailer, Simply Business. They go to the 3 quarters. It's Michael's Power. 3 quarters, 122. Third panel in 28. Around the turn, Michael's Power with the lead. Racing 3 wide on the outside. Comes Thinking Out Loud. Rock and Roll Dance, nowhere to go. Sweet Lou, nowhere to go. Into the stretch. Michael's Power has the race on top with the lead. Sweet Lou 2nd. It's Michael's Power winning the Little Brown Jug.
Was Michael's Power a monster or what? Now, here's the thing. This was really goofy. The first heat that Michael's Power won, he did in 152-3. Sweet Lou went 151, which means he would have beaten Michael's Power by like 8 lengths. So it should have been a no-brainer. But Michael's Power was dominant in the final, and he won. 23-year-old Scott Zeron wins his first Little Brown Jug.
So excited for him.
And he was very excited for himself, too. It was pretty cool. Number 2, Sweet Lou with Dave Pallone was second. Bettor's Choice off at 7-1 rather, with Dave Miller got third. And now let's see what happened afterward, the big Little Brown Jug race.
Congratulations winning the jug.
Thank you very much. I just want to make a shout out to my dad. This is for you. I cannot believe I won the Little Brown Jug. 23 years old. I got to thank Casey Coleman, Linda Coleman for taking care of this horse all this year, and the owners and the Snyders for bringing me down to drive him. It's an absolute honor.
Which was tougher, the first heat, first division, or the race off?
The first division, I had a bit of a strategy. I really did want to set the tool to bolt the door, and luckily I shook loose. But in the final, I had definitely wanted to be right down the road. And 25-2 scared me a little bit, but I was able to back him off easy. He's just an absolute sweetheart, easy horse to drive.
Thank you, and a hearty congratulations. By the way, as you probably know, the Little Brown Jug is the oldest of Pacing's Triple Crown events. It was first raced in 1946. The reason I know that is because I know stuff like this.
Well, that's great. Congratulations.
Thanks so much. Stay with us when we come back. We're going to have racing from right here at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. So whatever you got to do it quick and come on back.
And Arch Madness makes the front now, the 1-2 favorite.
Mohegan Sun, off-track wagering. Allentown, Carbondale, East Stroudsburg. Always leave happy.
Hi there, and welcome back to PA Harness Week. Right here from Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. A little change of venue this week, just to kind of keep you off kilter, if we may. And along with the lovely Heather Moffat, I'm Steve Ross. And our Sharla McBride caught up with a driver from up here at Mohegan Sun. His name is Dr. Ackerman.
All right, Dr. Now, I know you're a trainer, obviously, but tonight you're also driving, too. You do a little bit of both. What got you into this originally?
Well, I've never had another job but working with horses. I've never worked with anybody else but my father, and I'm 54 years old, so that's all I've done.
Now, when you were little, did you always know that you wanted to work with your father when you grew up?
Yes, ma'am.
What's it been like working with him and learning from him and pretty much learning from the best as his career has taken him?
Oh, the greatest, man. I've been the luckiest guy in the world, trust me.
Now, how many more years do you see yourself doing this? Your dad's been doing it for a long time. Do you think you can do it as long as he has?
Oh, I hope so. He's 85 and he's still plugging away, so I'm going to do it as long as I can anyway.
Now, I know you guys have the stables down in North Carolina. How often do you go down there? How often are you really working side by side with your father?
Just mostly in the wintertime now, because he takes one or two and goes to Chicago to my sister's house, and then when I come to New York. But all from Thanksgiving till almost the 1st of May, we're together anyway. But then we talk every day.
What's your favorite part about this sport?
Well, just working with the horses. I enjoy horse racing. I just enjoy horse people, and I like racing horses and being with the horses and just being around the horse people.
If you could do one thing, training or driving, what would you choose?
I'll probably train. I'd like putting a puzzle together. I think that's fun.
Well, thank you kindly. Let's now get back to action. The 5th race Saturday right here at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. It was not your common, ordinary run-of-the-mill race. We're talking a $50,000 open trot. And it marked the return of one of the great horses in harness racing.
Yes, it did. Oh, my goodness. We have Arch Madness in here. He's got the number 7 hole, all right, 3-5 favorite. The horses won $3.6 million. Do I really have to say anything else about him? Like, that pretty much sums it up, right? Okay. You want to say something else about it, don't you? Of course he does.
I remember when $3.6 million was a lot of money.
Yeah, it still is. It still is. Okay, the 2, second choice is Anders Bluestone, and he's 2-1. Now, this horse, though, is always a threat, always very game. The rest of them, as you would say, double-digit bombers.
underway. Arch Madness on the outside showing. So too is Tober in between horses, and Anders Bluestone towards the inside. These three away across the track for the moment here. Nobody with a discernible edge early on. Pilgrim's Chucky is about a length and a half back from that fourth, followed there by J.C. Micmac-Chilio. And then after that at the back, He's Spooky and the early trailer Rose Run Hooligan. And right now, Arch Madness toe-to-toe with Anders Bluestone as they come around the turn, hit the quarter in 28 even. And Arch Madness makes the front now, the 1-2 favorite, coming off a third and big-time stakes action at Vernon, and has the lead now by a length and a half for Trotting Trond. Anders Bluestone, very consistent trotter, is loose in the pocket now second. Tober off a win at Yonkers third, then goes Pilgrim's Chucky fourth. It's single file back to the mare J.C. Micmac-Chilio. At the back, He's Spooky and Rose Run Hooligan trails. They stayed single file through the front, and the half is 57-2, 29-2 second panel. That's a big-time breather for this quality trotter, and Arch Madness going to turn it on now on the back and still doing it willingly here for Smedshammer. The lead about a length and a half there over Anders Bluestone. Now to the outside, Pilgrim's Chucky, a first over move, about 4 away and gaining. Tober is on the inside, saving ground, then a gap there to J.C. Micmac-Chilio. He's Spooky moving up, Rose Run Hooligan at the back. It's Arch Madness to 3/4 now, 125-1, went 27-4 on the back. Arch Madness with a lead of about a length and a half. Anders Bluestone is still a threat in the pocket, getting closer there. Outside, Pilgrim's Chucky couldn't sustain his move. At the top of the stretch, it's Arch Madness with the lead. Now it's Anders Bluestone taking his shot at him from the pocket, but Arch Madness still with a lot left here. Arch Madness, Anders Bluestone all out. Arch Madness.
Arch Madness driven by his trainer, Norwegian native, Trond Smedshammer.
Is he Viking?
I think they call him the American Viking.
Really?
Yes. All right, now.
I'm up on my Vikings.
You are? Okay. They dictate the race here. They're on the front. They trot the second quarter in 29-2. Basically had their way with the field. That sounds so scandalous. Okay. They pick up the win in 153-2, and it was a sloppy track. So very impressive 153-2 on an off track. Anders Bluestone got the perfect trip. He took home the money for second, and then Tober finished third.
And Jennifer Starr, who was, of course, one of the honchos up here at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, that is her favorite horse. She was had a picture of on Facebook with Arch Madness, and she loves this trotter.
You are so up on your social media.
I know my stuff, babe.
Yeah.
Okay. And now the big race on Saturday. It was a $50,000 open pace. Some big named horse flesh are there, and Heather's got that bad boy for you.
I do, and this was a handicap, okay? So who's handicap with the outside post? Golden Receiver. Now his name should be familiar. Won the U.S. Pacing Championship this year. Also, the Houghton. He's been an iron horse. But what's interesting is that the fans did not make Golden Receiver the favorite in the race. Yes. He has the number 8 hole, okay? When you're watching the race now, number 6 is a Better Sweet. Very impressive pacer. Getting the most play in here. He's the favorite. Let's see what happens.
Golden Receiver having an outstanding season, has the edge here in his return to Pocono, leading by a length and a half. Pocket trip now for Silent Swing, fresh off a win at Saratoga. Panesthetic is third, single file 2 PH Jackpot. Nobody moving on the front stretch. Better Sweet, who's hit the board 3 in a row against Elite Company, is the 3-5 favorite. He's 5th right now for David Miller, and Miller now pushes to the outside. McClellan 6th, and Annie's Western Card at the back. The half 55-2, 29 even second panel without outside pressure. Golden Receiver had it his own way there, and now Golden Receiver leading it by about a length. Losing a bit of ground, Silent Swing trying to come back up as the pace is quickened now. Outside, Panesthetic first over for Mike Simons moving up. Better Sweet is behind that cover 4th, about 3.5 away. Then further back to PH Jackpot. But it's Golden Receiver on top, 3/4, 122-1. He went 26-4 there on the back in the off-going. Golden Receiver trying to hold off Panesthetic. Great trip still there for Silent Swing, and Better Sweet is 4th, still saving ground. Top of the stretch, Golden Receiver, and now Georgie Nap going to work on the inside. Silent Swing, late kick, Better Sweet trying to nail him late, but Golden Receiver has the edge. It's tight, but Golden Receiver gets home.
Golden Receiver, who, by the way, I should mention, there was a scratch in the race, so Golden Receiver gets to leave behind the gate in post number 7. Like, it's a big difference from post number 8. But
did he win?
I want to keep you guys informed because that's how I roll, you know? All right. Yes, wow, he did win, as a matter of fact, right? He makes the top immediately, cuts out the fractions, wins in 150-1 over a sloppy track. Remember, this was a wet evening. Better Sweet came home the fastest. He had to settle for second. Silent Swing finished third. Golden Receiver, driven by George Napolitano Jr., and I got to catch up with George and find out more on the race.
Georgie, going into the race, Golden Receiver had a 3-week layoff. Any concerns about that?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, anytime a horse has off that long, you know, it worries me a little bit. But, you know, he's just a great horse, and Mark called me up. He's been brutalized, you know, the whole year. And just, you can't beat class. Just a little rest, it helped him, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely been an iron horse this year. That was a big mile, pretty cut and dry. You know, you cut the mile, but 150-1 over a sloppy track. Do you think you could have gone faster?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But with a great horse like that, you try not to abuse them. You know, they always, you know, they do their work, and he's just been a good horse for everybody. And I was just trying to take care of the horse.
Thank you, Georgie Nap, the man who commonly refers to me as movie star.
Really?
He does. Every time hey, movie star, Mr. Movie Star.
I don't. Oh, probably because you're kind of resembling George Hamilton. Oh my gosh, I got a great idea.
Yes.
Everyone should go to HarnessWeek.com, okay, the PA Harness Week website.
Yes.
And we should have some kind of poll that says, what do you like best? Pale and pasty or tan and tasty? So,
I like it.
All right.
Okay.
I do need a little bit of sun, I suppose.
You think?
Fake and bake.
Maybe a little bit. Okay. Stay with us, and when we come back, we are going to get Kelly's picks. Kelly Connors is going to tighten up your bankroll, and we got more stuff coming. So whatever you got to do it quick and come on back.
In race number 10, there's $100,000 on the line.
NF quotable got
Why do so many winners travel in EB trailers? They love the ride. EB Pacesetter trailers deliver your horses in peak condition, ready to race every time. Designed to provide safe and comfortable transport for standard-bred racehorses, EB's Pacesetter Series trailers are the preferred choice of professional standard-bred trainers and breeders nationwide. All EB Pacesetter models feature custom standard-bred options and excellent airflow and aligned interior sealing to keep your horses fresh and comfortable. Every EB trailer has commercial quality componentry and riveted sidewall construction engineered and designed to stand up to constant and rigorous horse and road use. And a sleek aerodynamic nose design that also delivers improved fuel savings. More winners ride with EB than any other trailer. EB, setting the pace in standard-bred horse transportation.
Welcome, good old Sunday.
Hey there, harness racing fan. Welcome back to PA Harness Week. She's Heather Moffat. I'm Steve Ross. You already know who you are. And our Kelly Connors, who, by the way, is very tan all the time as well. I think we have to add that, don't we?
I think that's fair to add on this show, sure.
I haven't cornered the market on tans, but Kelly's got some picks for you that are hopefully will increase the size of your bankroll.
Thanks, Heather and Steve. It's Grand Circuit Week in the Bluegrass State, and that's where we're going to head for my first pick. In race number 10, there's $100,000 on the line. It's a tough field, but I like the 3 Bolt the Doer. I've liked him this entire year. He's having a phenomenal sophomore season. No stranger to Kentucky. Has been dominating the racing scene down there, but most recently he was out in Ohio for the Jug. Hard used in his round of eliminations on the front end, basically the entire mile, setting some sharp fractions with Mark McDonald. Just got beat by a head at the wire. His connections chose to scratch him from the final. He still has a lot of big races on tap for 2012. So tonight we'll see if that time off and that call ended up being a winning one. He's going up against Sweet Lou and Dapper Dude, also in the field, also in my picks. 3, 6, 7, and 4, race 10. in Kentucky. Also liking the feature tonight at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. It's a condition pace winners over $25,000. Another tough field, liking the one River Shark. He took a bite out of the competition last week here at Pocono when really the cards were stacked against him. A, it was an all-track. B, he was coming from the outside, but he got the nice trip and he got the victory. Eric Carlson back in the bike for trainer Mark Ford, teaming up again tonight, facing slightly tougher. I'm still going to give him my vote, though. 1, 6, 8, and 3, putting those in a box. Race 10 at Pocono. Back to you guys.
What are you doing?
I'm writing Kelly's picks down.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm thinking that if I bet what she picked, I could either maybe go to the tropics and get a tan, or buy my own tanning bed, or something like that.
Or go broke.
Never. Not with Kelly's picks. Stop.
Excuse-moi.
Kelly's my girl.
Stay with us when we come back. We're going to go in the bike, and boy, do we have some great races for you. You will not believe, so don't stray too far.
Wide open as they turn home. Drop the ball, still there.
Welcome, good old Sunday. No love when you don't come. Welcome, son, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your place in the sun. Welcome to your place in the sun.
Hi there, and welcome back. It's time to go in the bike. Race number 16 on Jugette Day, of course, was the $177,000 Jugette for 3-year-old pacing fillies. Number 1, Shell Escape, was a slight 8-5 favorite over number 5, American Jewel with Tim Tetrick. Number 2, Better Be Lucky, went off at 3-1, and with a call, Roger Houston.
And here they all come on top of the field. Dorina Hanover, Shell Escape, coming to the wire. Better Be Lucky on the inside. Dorina Hanover.
Shock of all shocks, number 3, Dorina Hanover with Yannick Gingras off at 5-1, wired the field in 1:51. Number 2, Better Be Lucky was second. Shell Escape was third. Are we finished within the bike races? Heck no. We're going north of the border to Mohawk, and Heather has the Milton Stakes Final for you.
I do, and the final goes for $384,000 Canadian. Number 2 is Drop the Ball, the favorite here, and also she's an elimination winner. The one is put on a show this summer. I don't know if you remember, she became the fastest mare ever in harness racing history.
I'll never forget it until the day I die.
Oh, that's good. Neither will I, as a matter of fact. And number 4, Andrew Vett, and the 10, Rebecca Bayama. They're both co-third choices.
Wide open as they turn home. Drop the ball, still there. Put on a show coming to her. Wasmula closing up on the extreme outside. Here comes Rocklamation. Swinging Beauty swings out 5 high into the stretch. Rocklamation takes over for Miller. Late speed coming from Swinging Beauty. Rocklamation and Swinging Beauty down to these two in the Milton Stakes Final. Rocklamation on the inside.
The ladies in the back of the field are like, is it my birthday today? Because this is a present. Okay, and the one taking home the biggest gift was Rocklamation. She was 7th at the half. Wins in track record time at odds of 23-1. Second was Swinging Beauty, 72-1 odds. Ooh. Ginger and Fred, third, 70-1 odds. But this is a shocker, okay? Ron Burke trains Rocklamation and Ginger and Fred.
Just a reminder that Harrah's Philadelphia will reopen for racing on October 7th. Make a note of that. And they will race right on through the end of the year, December 29th, okay? And for all of us here at PA Harness Week, right here at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, including Bruce Casella, who's behind the camera making funny remarks about my tan, the beautiful Heather Moffat, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to get high on harness.
It's only natural.
There they go. Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily. Underway.